Granny used to tell me all the time, sparks when faith and preparation combine. The road been right here all this time, but you gotta look with more than your eyes. And small axe Jesse Ryle representing for I Just Star Mindset, rich forever.
What's your perspective on the Rastafari movement here in Ghana today?
Well, it used to be more beautiful than it is today. I mean, when I was growing up in Accra, I remember when I came in with a fire on the radio, burning up a whole lot of things and all that, and coming in very strong. A lot of the youth were coming and following back away, and you know, wanted to be Rastafarians and all that, and the elder Rastas were there guiding everybody to the light. You know, people were tired of going to the church and worshiping a certain white Jesus. People were tired of going to the mosques and doing what Arabians do, and people were tired. They wanted to find their own identity. So hearing us on radio, it was nice. We had our Naibingi festivals and all that and all that and all that, but with time it started to wane. Because when this youth got into Rasta, they wanted more than just Haile Selassie. They wanted more than just, oh, Africa is Zion, Africa is our home. They wanted to be able to realize themselves. They wanted to see where they were going. And a lot of those questions, Rasta didn't have answers to that, as in the Rasta elders. So, a lot of them diverted into some other things. I mean, I know a brethren who went into voodooism, see, and he claimed that, well, Rasta embraces all that as well, and all that. I mean, today he's a voodoo master, you know, and all that, and they still claim that that is also part of Rasta. So I'll say that yes, it was very beautiful, and all that. Reggae music played a very important role in having all these people, I mean, embrace the Rasta, I mean, fraternity. It was beautiful. Jamaican reggae artists, Rasta reggae artists I'm talking about, came in. People like Josephine Culture, Luciano, and many other Rastas who were singing conscious music came here. We all embraced them, and it added energy to our energy. You know, with some of them passing on, and some of the stories we started hearing about their personal lives. A lot of people follow artists and conscious people because of what they hear them say. Now, when they are privy to a few things that they do behind the doors, then they lose faith, and then they run helter-skelter. I mean, I know that when a number of people got to hear that Josephine Culture actually died from liver cirrhosis and that he used to drink alcohol, I know a number of the youth who were brokenhearted. And I'm telling you this as the truth. Yes, I mean, I am a huge fan of Josephine any day. If I happen to die, that's if I die at all. I prefer that they play Josephine music around my corpse. But when people heard this, they broke down. Now we are hearing about T.D. Joshua. Some of the things he did, you know, abusing women, some terrible atrocities behind the church walls, and a lot of his followers are breaking down. But the big point we lose is that man is man. Man is a human and is susceptible to a lot of mistakes. If you follow a man because of how he looks and what he says, you will be disappointed. Gaze upon the Most High. Please hold on to the source rather than the tributaries. The tributaries can dry. The tributaries can take any form and any shape, but the source will continue to be there and provide till the end of time. That's what I tell the youth. So Rasta right now, of course, has dwindled, and with the influx of Afrobeat and some other forms of music, of course, those youth who were following us because of the power of the music, holding on to the music, the popularity of the music, they were like the leaves and the branches. They are falling off. But I foresee that a bigger movement is going to come out, and Rasta will not be left out of it in Ghana.
Rastafari. Do you think the movement is misunderstood here based on Ghana's religious background?
Well, I can say that it would have been very difficult without reggae music. Reggae played a very positive role in Rasta in Ghana. You know, you listen to the music, and you even see people who were not Rastas in those days who would say, I'm Rasta. All because I listened to Bob Marley music. I listened to culture music, Burning Spear music. See? People followed Rasta. A lot of people because of reggae. I discovered Rasta through reggae music. That's it. Or Rasta grabbed me using reggae music. You know? A lot of Jamaican people are here who teach the true Rasta to the people. People who have had contact with Haile Selassie personally, like Ras Amdezian, who was also in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church in Addis Ababa, and all that, teach the right thing to the people. See? And of course, we have the right teachers. We know the right thing when it comes to Rasta. But as I said, some people grew out of it, and some people grew bigger in terms of, oh, yes, Rasta is there, is solid, but my faith should be bigger than just Rasta and Haile Selassie.
Powerful. You mentioned that the music, reggae, has played an influential role in, you know, pushing Rasta to the people of Ghana. What's your thoughts on people who say they burn reggae?
Yeah, I mean, people misunderstood reggae. They believed that anybody who listened to reggae music or even played reggae music was a hemp smoker, ganja smoker, the person was rowdy, the person was dirty, and all that. See? Because they saw some of the big reggae icons smoke marijuana on stage. And that could never have happened in Ghana in the days. That was why when I talked about marijuana, they dragged me all the way to the Parliament House. The first time ever, yes. It never happened in this country. I was advocating for ganja. The illegality of ganja, I wanted to be cancelled so it will remain legal. The criminality of ganja, I wanted to be taken out. And when I was advocating that in my music and also on radio, no, the parliamentarians couldn't take it. They had to draw me and drag me to the Parliament House.
But ganja, as we know, marijuana, when we look in so-called first world countries like America, Holland, marijuana is legal there, and you have places where people go and sit and smoke. So, and it's also an economical boost for these country finance.
Right.
And Ghana today seems to be a little bit in a ditch in terms of finance and economics. Looking at Ghana has borrowed 18 times from the IMF since the president Kwame Nkrumah, and I see that as a big problem. I don't know about yourself, but ganja and the economics behind marijuana would certainly boost Ghana economic system here if they relax or decriminalize. I don't know if I get the drift.
Yes, I get it. I mean, I get it 100%. But you see, I don't want to underestimate marijuana. I don't want to, because I'm a serious advocate of the herbs and the animals. I love them. That's why I don't eat them. You know. So, you are in a country that has gold. It has diamond. It has bauxite. See? It has copper. It has lithium. It has cocoa, the sweetest cocoa in the world. Better than the cocoa from the Ivory Coast and the cocoa from Brazil. The original cocoa that they brought from Fernando Po. Today that island is called Bioko in Equatorial Guinea. They don't even have that cocoa there anymore. But we have it right there in Ghana. Our most original cocoa, the sweetest cocoa, we call it the Tetequache cocoa. If all these things could not save us from poverty, somebody would ask you, is it one plant, marijuana, that will save you from poverty? Again, I don't want to underestimate the power of marijuana because I am an advocate. It's corruption that is making our people go down.
True.
Look at the countries that have nothing, yet they have it all. Some of them don't even have gold. Some don't have diamond. We have it all here. And yet, we go to the IMF every now and then begging. Because some of our leaders are stupid, they're foolish. Some of our leaders have no common sense. Some of our leaders are slave drivers. And this is what I say when I get so mad on radio and people think that Black Rasta probably suffering from some kind of mental illness. The day they get to see the truth and realize it, they might be in that ditch themselves 6 feet deep. This is what we've been talking about. Yes, marijuana is good, but what is the guarantee that when marijuana is legalized, we will not go to the IMF anymore? There's no guarantee. Marijuana against all these wonderful things we have. I want marijuana to be legalized, not because I think that that's going to be the savior of the country's economic problems. Jamaica has legalized it. Is Jamaica okay? Is Jamaica not going to be asking for some finance? Is Jamaica not still begging the West?
Same way.
That is what it is. But it must be legalized for spiritual use and also for some other uses to also help boost the economy, no matter how small or big.
Totally agree with the eye. Totally agree. There is a lot of talk about Bantu in the movement today, which is only recently is start to be highlighted within the movement of Rastafari. What's your thoughts on it, you know, as someone who born here on the continent?
All right, and you're talking about Bantu?
The Bantu culture. Mostly we hear the South African Virgin and Sister them put a lot of emphasis on it.
All right. So what I know about the Bantu is that it's an ethnic group in South Africa. The Bantu can also be found in some pockets of Africa. You know, I don't see the link between Bantu and Rasta apart from the fact that it's Africa. If anything at all, it's the Mau Mau. And the Mau Mau from Kenya and some other parts of East Africa only got so much related to Rasta because they were in the bush fighting guerrilla wars against the white man, trying to chase him out, and did not have time to comb their hair and also to cut their hair, so they had locks all over them and they had that militant lion look. That's what I can say about the map. But Bantu, I do not see any link with Rasta apart from the fact that Bantus are also Africans. So I don't know about the link you're talking about. I've never heard about it.
Yeah. Interesting. Ghana is a so-called Christian nation. Jesus Christ is a Nazarene based on number 6. That means that Jesus had dreadlocks. My question is, why there is such of a self-hate here in Ghana when it comes to dreadlocks, especially in the school system?
Well, I think it's a black problem rather than just Ghana. The Willie Lynch syndrome. I mean, you are from Jamaica. Us in we're born and bred in Jamaica quite much, you know. And you see a lot of people bleach in Jamaica. Vybz Kartel would bleach from his hair all the way down to his very last toe and call it fashionable. It's self-hate.
Big time.
We see people perm their hair and the women feel so stoosh when they perm their hair. And when people go out and travel and come back with the spooky accent, people see them as, you know, enlightened and all that. It's all Willie Lynch syndrome. The lighter our skin, the better. The more pointed our nose, the better. The more we speak the white man's language, the better. The more we dress like the white man, the better. And I see all these things around the Caribbean. Of course, I see some people trying to break away from this with what they say, but a lot of people, you will still see them dressed in the same fashion the white man. I know it's going to take time because of the Middle Passage that made all the difference. I have a lot of respect for the Caribbean, and I took a lot of inspiration, and I still take inspiration from the Caribbean. I wasn't part of the middle, journey, see, the Middle Passage. But I take inspiration from that. Sometimes I feel like I was actually part of it through the music I hear and some of the things people say. In Ghana, it's one of the most terrible. The lighter your skin, the better. Anything you say, they see it as a truth. The other day, a Chinese man came here and opened up a fuel filling station right here in Accra.